Welcome to the board. All right, so today we want to quickly see how you can calculate your aggregate for Obafemi Awolowo University if you have chosen OAU as your first choice university. All right, knowing how to calculate your aggregate gives you heads up on whether you are qualified to be in a particular department or not, because after JAMB has been done, Post-UTME exam has been done, all right, the department will set their cutoff mark, all right, and once you know your cutoff mark, or rather you know your aggregate, you can use it to match the cutoff mark and know whether you are just on the cutoff mark on the line or you are above it. All right, if you are above it, you should be smiling. If you are on the line, you should also be smiling because they will definitely give you admission. But if you are below the cutoff mark for the department, then it means that what you are off admission from that department. You may be considered for other courses. All right, so know how to get your aggregate. So now let us go. You know that your JAMB exam, you know we have your JAMB exam, which is over 400. Okay. Only JAMB does not constitute your aggregate. All right, there's also what a Post-UTME exam, and then also OAU Obafemi Awolowo University also grades your O-level results. Your O-level may be your WAEC, your NECO. All right, so now this is what is obtainable. This is what gives us our aggregate. Okay, so both your JAMB, your O-level result, and your Post-UTME is used in calculating your aggregate for Obafemi Awolowo University. All right, so OAU uses a system 50-40-10. All right, what does this mean? All right, it means that what, to calculate your aggregate, JAMB takes 50%, okay, of your total Post-UTME score. All right, JAMB takes 50% of your total Post-UTME score. All right, your Post-UTME total is 100 for OAU. That is the total, that is the highest you can get for Post-UTME aggregate. All right, and then your O-level is there also. All right, so 50% is from JAMB, 40% is from JAMB. This is from JAMB. Okay, 40% rather is from what? Your Post-UTME exam. All right, so you must write a Post-UTME screening exam for OAU. That is why you are advised to get your past questions immediately and start preparing for your exam. All right, you know you can easily after your JAMB you can easily go and be playing. All right, and then when it's not time for Post-UTME, now since that you want to start again, that will not be good for you at all. Okay, I advise my students to start immediately preparing for their Post-UTME examination. All right, revise your JAMB notes, get the past question, message the phone number that is showing your screen right now, get your past questions immediately start preparing for your Post-UTME exam. Okay, you have friends who are feeling OAU, share them this video. You have class groups where you are, and definitely there may be people who are interested. Share the video to them, let them know beforehand. All right, because proper preparation is what prevents poor performance. You want to perform well, start preparing early. Okay, so now that is 40% for Post-UTME, then the other 10% is for your your O-level. Okay, so this is how OAU calculates its aggregate. Okay, so you know that your JAMB exam is over 400. Okay, so what do you do to the JAMB? You divide the total JAMB by 8. Okay, if you divide it by 8, all right, you are going to get 50. All right, 8 times 50 is 400. Okay, so that means you're going to have, that's the highest you can get for your JAMB aggregate. Okay, so the highest you can get is 50. All right, say a student scores 320. Okay, in OAU, we're talking about OAU now, please. Okay, scores 320 in JAMB. Okay, and his first choice university is OAU. All right, it means that when it comes to this JAMB, we divide it by 8, and then what are you going to get? I'm going to get 40. All right, so whatever the score is, okay, whether 270, 250, 210, whatever the score is, divided by 8. Okay, you now get the ratio for your JAMB. Okay, let's say OAU now conducts Post-UTME screening exam, and the student out of 40 gets, let's say, a total of, let's say, 25 out of 40. Say Post-UTME. Okay, this one is JAMB. Okay, it gets 40 points. Post-UTME, it gets, let's say, 25 points. Okay, then it will now be remaining 10 for for its O-level. All right, so for the O-level grading, this is how OAU grades the O-level. Okay, if you have A1, you're going to have 2 points. Okay, if you have A1, you have 2 points. If you have B2, okay, you're going to have what? 1.8 points. Okay, if you have B3, you're going to have 1.6 points. If you have after B3 is what? Is C4. I'm going to have 1.4 points. Okay, after C4 is what? C5. If you have C5, it will be what now? 1.2 points. Okay, and then if you have what? C6 is what? 1 point. Okay, all right. So this is what the grading system that OAU uses for your O level. Okay, so that means a student in your 5 core subjects, okay, your 5 relevant subjects to the course you have chosen. All right, if your student, for example, has, for example, A1, okay, 3 B2, and then 1 B3. Okay, in all of his what? In all of his subjects that are relevant to his course, in the 5 core subjects, you choose your 5 core subjects relevant to the course you have chosen. All right. So if a student has what? A1, B2, 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 B3, okay, to calculate his O level aggregate now, okay, it will be what now? A1 is what? Is 2 points. So I'm going to have 2 plus B2 is what? 1.8. Then plus he has B2 again, 1.8. He also has one B2 again, that's what? 1.8. Then plus B3 is what? 1.6. Okay, so you add together. What will that total give us? 2, okay, 1.8 plus 1.8 plus 1.8 is 5.4. 5.4 plus 2, okay, is 7.4. 7.4 plus 1.6 is 9. That means he has what? 9 points, okay, in his O level. So I'm going to have what? O level is 9, Post-UTME is 25, JAMB is what? 40. So we'll add all of this together, okay? So let us add them together, all right? So your JAMB is what? Is 40. Then plus what is your Post-UTME? 25. Then plus what's your what? What is it called? Your O level is what? Is 9. You add to get your aggregate. So it is JAMB result divided by 8 plus Post-UTME score, then plus O level what? Grading what? Score. Okay. So 40 plus 25 is what? Is 65. Okay. 65 plus what? 9 is what? 74. Okay, so that means the student got what? 74 as his aggregate out of a total possible of 100. All right. So if that student, for example, all right, or rather, if the department that student chose has his departmental cutoff mark to be 70, okay, it means that student has gotten what? Admission. You don't get what person want. It's already in the merit list. Okay. If the student, if the cutoff mark is, let's say, 73, the student will still get admission. Even if it is 74, he will still, because it's on the cutoff, he will still get admission. But if he's got what? Cutoff is 70 and he scores 68, he's scoring 69, okay, there's a slim chance that he may get what? Admitted. All right, because there may be a lot of people who would perform very well or perform better than him, okay, and every department has a quota. They cannot admit more than a certain number of students. So no data and no peace. All right, so the fact that 100,000 students apply to OAU in a particular year does not mean that OAU can admit what? 100,000 people. They may only ever be able to admit like 8,000 or 10,000 out of this 100,000. So there's a quota for each department. So you have to give in your best. All right, you need to sit up, you need to study, give it what your best, and you see your light shining. It's my prayer for you as a commander that you will all be successful, okay, and you shall get whatever you want. Okay, so let us go back and finish up with this video. I'll see you soon.